as we come to Christmas, I wonder what Christmas means for you. And when you think about the original story, what you really know about it. The monk who estimated the year of Jesus' birth probably got it wrong. Now, we all think he was born in the year naught, but it was probably more than likely he was born around 4 BC. If you actually read the Christmas story for the first time, maybe you would look at it with very different eyes. God inserts himself in history. You know, Jesus comes down from heaven, and how does that happen? A virgin is found to be pregnant. Now, in most societies, that's a scandal. Today we'll be looking at the Magi. Now, I don't know what you know about Christmas, but a lot of our Christmas story is full of embellishments. How many kings were there?
We don't know.
We actually don't know. And so King Herod was actually one of the biggest builders, second biggest builder in the ancient world. He built massive edifices, cities. The only person who built more than Herod was Augustus, Caesar himself. So Herod, in his paranoia, he calls the Magi and he says to them, when did the star appear? Now, another thing that we always think of when you're at Christmas, here we have the nativity scene, and you can see the shepherds and kings. In the first Christmas, that is very unlikely to have happened. The shepherds were there probably on the first night. The kings, or the Magi, the wise men, they came at least 2 or 3 months later. The star, the significance of the star. Now, we're not into astrology. I would not ask you to follow stars. But in this case, the star represents the birth of Jesus. And in following this star, they're following it because they know the star is leading them to Jesus. And it's an amazing act of faith, isn't it? That you would sense God showing you something and you go for it. I wonder what kind of faith you have. What kind of star leads you? Where are you being led to? For many of us, we have gone through a year where we've lost loved ones. We've lost our sister-in-law this year, or my sister-in-law. Maybe you've lost people and we miss them at this time of the year. But we also know that there is hope. I believe my sister-in-law is with Jesus now, that she is experiencing heaven with him. You have different reactions to Jesus. The wise men put their faith in him. They were so committed to an understanding that Jesus is the central point of history, that they travel hundreds of kilometers to actually witness his life. And the star represents the person they are guided to. I wonder, when you come to Christmas, what are you guided by? What guides your life? Are you just guided by your own gut instincts? Or are you guided by God? Are you willing to be guided by God to Jesus? He is the Saviour and Emmanuel. The other reaction? So one lot of people are drawn to Jesus. The other reaction is to oppose him. And there is great opposition to what is good. God sends a Saviour because we people, we make a mess of things. And the shame and guilt in our lives, we need a Saviour who delivers us from the stuff that has hurt us and the stuff that we are hurting others with.